Not a lot of mobility on either teams.
For sure.
And here we go. 4 seconds. 5 seconds.
Perfect.
6 seconds.
We are in sync, Brandon.
We are in sync. We are getting into this game. Ladies and gentlemen, can we get some hype in the chat for game 1 of the best of 3 of the streamer war?
Ooh, and I love that Malphite skin. Is that what skin is that? Do you know, Brandon?
Malphite skin, that is going to be the mecha skin, and that's one of the chromas, I believe. I believe the chromas came out not too long ago for that skin.
That's why I didn't recognize it. Yeah, got some Star Guardian Jinx. Is that Infernal Maokai?
Can we just give mad props real fast to Riot for making that Zyra skin? It's so cool. The Dragon Trainer Zyra.
Great, absolutely great skin.
It's so good.
It's pretty phenomenal. You know what skin I am super excited for, and I think you will too, because I think you play this champion a little bit. Battle Boss Brand coming out next week.
Yes.
For by Rita. That skin looks incredible though. Ooh, bad luck on the Zyra plant spawn. You hate to see that happen. RNG is not on the side of Team Kitty Cat Meowka Pow in the first minute of this game.
Well.
Ooh, 2 in a row. That, man.
Unfortunate. Well, you know what? Not a lot of activity happening right off the bat. No one's really going for an invade. Not really any aggressive wards either. Just kind of like defensively letting this game start out.
Yep, and both are taking the stronger leash out of the bot side of the map, which means they should be in a position to converge on the top side potentially in 2 minutes or so.
Ooh, that's a great
This is a slash joke, actually.
Ah.
Zach has some great emotes in game. Alright. Let's make sure no one steals red buff by mistake. Whoa!
Oh no!
Sivir red!
He called it! That was magical!
No. I jinxed a caster curse and I'm not even a real caster.
Is that Wizard Barty in our chat right now? Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to advise you to not say anything bad towards this man. Because you saw the magic that just happened.
It was all planned, scripted. That Sivir is going to crush that bottom lane.
Yeah,
now.
Sivir is going to absolutely own. And it's on Kaylee. And we know what Kaylee can do.
Wow. I'm scared to be shoutcasting with you, good sir.
Yeah, and now if I'm the Zac and I see that red buff on Sivir, I am aggressively moving to the top half of the map and trying to make a play, because that's a pretty big disadvantage. As soon as I get my own red, you kind of want to go for the engage.
And now red buff has been changed so that it actually heals you over time when you have the buff.
Very, very important. And Maokai's okay, because Maokai's got enough sustain through his passive that it's not as much of a problem, but it still hurts not having that red buff.
Oh, wow.
So will that change Maokai's pathing through the beginning of this game, do you think, Barty?
I don't think so. I think sustain is enough. You know, went red buff, Raptors. Actually, he's still relatively healthy after Raptors. Although I guess Maokai did use probably both of the charges in that potion. Oh no, still has potion too. Yeah, Maokai's sustain is just bananas. It's one of the reasons why he's such a popular pick right now, and so it probably is not going to hurt too much.
Totally agree.
It early skirmish with the jungler.
Totally agree. And you know what? That Maokai losing the red buff may put him behind just a little bit, but hopefully not too much. Oh, we might have a little bit of action in the mid lane. Top lane's getting really low on both ends. Shaeman still has a lot of mana, and he's able to sustain up. Oh, we have an engage coming from Zac. Elastic Slingshot catches him. The Q comes out. It's slowing him down. Ryuki's getting the red buff, ticking away. She uses her barrier. That's all that's going to happen, though. She's
You'd
okay.
love to see that play. A lot of mid laners would have flashed there and holds onto the flash and gets away with just using the barrier. Well played.
The gank coming in from Lauren. Twisted advance. That's a rooted Tychus Reaper. Not even going to flash.
Oh,
wow.
Gets away. Well played by Tychus.
Yep.
That was some patience. Honestly, I was ready. I had my finger on my imaginary D key because that's the only key you can put flash on. I had my finger ready for that flash, and he was so patient. He knew the exact limits of his health bar, and
Yeah,
props to him.
I thought as soon as the Arcane Smash managed to connect from Maokai and knock him in the right direction, he was dead, but it actually ended up a little awkward because Maokai was just under turret range, which made it a little bit difficult to make the play there.
Yep.
But everyone's holding onto their flashes for the most part, except for Tychus.
Got some more harass coming down on top lane. Look at how much damage Tychus Reaper does in just one trade.
Wow. That's impressive.
Uh-oh.
Shaeman's gonna have to flash out of this.
Oh, one more auto attack. No! Flashes away.
Oh, well played.
Throwing up the mastery at the end also.
Yeah. And the reason the reason Malphite can make that trade was because Malphite got the early back end, bought the Dark Seal, and so you're trading with a Dark Seal and a Corrupting Potion against the Nasus with no actual combat stats present, so... Shame that you couldn't convert on the kill there.
Let's talk about lanes real fast in terms of CS. Mid lane, we're looking at 32 to 21. Orianna's struggling to keep up just a little bit, which is interesting because Ahri got ganked early on. And if you guys play a lot of mid lane, getting ganked by an enemy jungler who takes down the majority of your health bar, usually it sets you behind. Uh-oh, Owl's looking for maybe some action in top lane.
Yep, and they know the Nasus doesn't have the flash, so there's a potential for a gank here, but I don't think
Elastic
they'll be able...
slingshot.
Yeah.
It does not connect.
Yep. The Nasus is tanky enough that when you're that close to your turret, it's going to be very, very hard unless you can really chain CC together to get a kill, and they don't quite have that kind of CC at this stage in the game.
And Shaeman farming under tower as a Nasus. I don't know if there's anything that feels better, man. As a farm champion.
Yeah, there's very few champions that are as easy to farm with. Maybe you should try out Nasus sometime.
No, no, probably not. It's not Aurelion Soul.
Aurelion Soul is an admirable champion to play. Oh, we got some engage going into Tychus.
Great.
Oh, Shaeman is low.
Oh,
Almost goes down.
Yeah. Shaeman is just really playing this well, right up to the line of where the danger begins every time.
Lauren coming in. Ashley getting slowed. The flash comes in from Lauren. Twisted advance. Arcane smash. The flash and the heal coming out. And an exhaust. That was a lot of summoners for one gank. Very well done by Lauren. Forcing that.
And well played by Ashley to survive there. That was a pretty difficult gank to survive as a Zyra who's pretty immobile, no other way to get out, and the well-timed heal manages to keep her alive.
Yep. Yeah, and a flash for flash trade at the bottom from the jungler. I think, what do you think? Did that put the bottom lane ahead, having the jungler without the flash in that spot?
I think it's probably better to have the flash on the support from a survivability perspective, but Maokai does really need his flash in order to engage effectively with his twisted advance, so it's probably relatively even.
Shaeman getting some amazing siphoning strikes onto Tychus. Tychus is really low.
Yeah, once the Nasus gets his ultimate, it's really quite hard to 1v1 as almost anyone in the game.
He has Fury of the Sands ready, and it'll give him a pretty hefty health boost. Is that a dive coming in? Ahri's coming right around. Ryuki looking for some action. Uh-oh, this Tychus is, he knows his number's been made. First blood for Ahri. Pog champ, if you please, in the chat. Excellently executed dive.
Very well executed.
Uh-oh,
sure.
more action. Kaylee popping her ultimate. Trying to run back. She's going to be kiting a little bit. Not going to turn around. Wow. People so low right now, but no kill to be found.
That's a shame, because the gank timing was a little bit unfortunate, because Jinx was back at the time, and without the Jinx there, even with them as low as they were, it's going to be difficult to actually convert a kill. So while that's been going on, mid lane is relatively even, a 5 to 7 CS differential, although the Ahri was able to pick up that kill in the top lane, which should give her a bit of an edge back in the mid lane matchup. And bot lane is relatively even, which is kind of as we expected here. 2 hyper carry champions, no one has a strong early game advantage, and that's been borne out in the results here so far.
Let's go back to looking at the CS advantages back and forth. We're only 8 minutes into this game. A little bit of a gold advantage onto the blue team just because of that first blood. Actually, no, not a little bit of a gold advantage. A lot of a gold advantage. That's almost 1,500 gold. That's a 1,500 gold lead right there. That's enough to start carrying this game forwards. Nasus is up 20 creeps in the top lane from that death on a Malphite. Wow, well done capitalizing on that. And even Maokai, from struggling with that first lack of a red buff, now up by 6 creeps, and jungle creeps are calculated just a little bit differently, but still, there's an advantage there. There's an advantage in mid lane. Ahri's doing really well against Orianna. And actually, the only advantage we don't see for blue team is in the bot lane, where Sivir had that red buff. Interesting.
And again, though, we do expect that the red team, Kitty Cat Meow Kapow, should be scaling a bit better, in my opinion, except for the Nasus, of course, into the late game. Not necessarily in terms of the individual champions, but in terms of their ability to take team fights effectively and have this great synergy in their comp. So I would say it's certainly still very, very close.
Got a little bit of harass coming out in bot lane. It seems like the game's calmed down just a little bit.
Yeah, because everyone...
Wither coming out onto Tychus. Shaeman's chasing forward, putting out some really good damage.
Yeah, there's no kill pressure here, I don't think.
Tychus is thinking about it. He's popping more corrupting potion charges. Oh, we got pings coming in. Lauren's coming forward. She's thinking about it. She gets the smite. She gets the twisted advance. That Tychus Reaper, no, maybe not enough crowd control. It was a good
Well
effort.
played, and that's a very well-placed ward there by Tychus that allows him to see that gang coming and back up accordingly.
True.
Yep.
Mystical Heart's getting kind of low. Exhaust comes out. Warcry. Kaylee going forward hard. Ignite comes out. Ashley K is down.
Wow.
Larissa might be down to go next. Nope. Misty Heart's getting the... Oh, she goes down to the Mega Death Rocket. Kaylee flashes away. Ryuki also trying to paddle backwards. Tychus Reaper coming forward. He's looking for the unstoppable... Oh, he gets the kill on Kaylee. Great flash engage. Can he get away from Ryuki is the real question here. Oh, wait a minute. Zac coming in with the elastic slingshot. Ryuki flashes backwards. Looking for a charm. Maybe not able to land it. I think that's probably... Oh, lands the charm. She's maybe going forward with Foxfire. No. Just going for a little bit of a respectful... how dare you touch me? Take some of my fire.
Yeah, this has been great usage of the ultimates in the bottom there. Malphite with the Flash, Unstoppable Force, and Jinx with the Super Mega Death Rocket to convert 2 kills in a situation where it looked like they had to retreat in both cases. To convert in that spot was really showed composure.
And that's a really great response by the Jinx, especially with the ultimate there, because recognizing that the Janna's unable to move, and it actually is a pretty clever awareness and good awareness to know that that's an easy kill you have there.
Uh-oh. We got some activity over here. Tychus... Oh, never mind. Maybe he's okay. He's low. He's at about a third of his health bar.
Tychus is just poking around.
That man has some cojones. Oh, Zac's coming in.
Trying to scare them off the Rift Herald.
They're fighting over this. So much going on. Shockwave comes out. Let's Bounce comes out from Dat Owl. Tychus goes down to an amazing Siphon Strike. Shaeman flashes away with like 5 health left. Oh, barely goes down. Amazing stretching strike from Zac. Zac goes down, his passive is popped. Lauren and Ryuki trying to finish the job. Death Rocket comes out. Lauren has like 5 health left, smites the Gromp for a little bit of extra health. Another elastic slingshot coming out. Ryuki gets knocked up, goes straight down to Hakuna Matata. Wow, that was such a quick turn of events. 2 down on blue team in that trade.
Yeah, but if as the blue team, I'll still take that trade every day of the week. They end up with the Rift Herald, which at this point in the game is basically a free turn. Should guarantee them first Earth Blood, which is a pretty big gold advantage.
Yep, definitely agree there. Wow, Maokai got the Void Eye. That was red team that took the Void buff. Right? Is that confirmed?
No, it was not. It was the ball fondlers who ended up with the Rift Herald. if you don't smite the Rift Herald, you actually can't pick up the buff, so they were able to pick it up.
You know what? Yep. Lauren does indeed have it. I am being trolled by chat. Thank you, chat.
Yeah, it was very close, though. The timing was very close on it.
One of the smites came through a tiny bit early, and it looked like there was about 120 HP left over on it, and kind of left it available then. I want to commend, by the way, this Ahri play. Ahri has been everywhere on the map in this game during every important fight, every important moment. Is really taking advantage of that mobility compared to the Orianna to make plays happen.
Meanwhile, in the mid lane, that's a Rift Herald. That's an angry bug. That tower's getting knocked down fast. That's going to be first tower. Uh-oh, Zac coming in with an elastic slingshot. He's saying no. Charm lands, but I don't think it's enough damage to do anything. Stretching strike pulls them together. CC's just for a little bit. Wow, they saved the turret. I'm impressed.
Well played. Did not think that would be possible.
We got some ricochets coming in from Kaylee. If you guys don't know, Sivir's W ability is Ricochet, and it bounces to all minions that are only within vision of the champion. So if you're standing further back, some of the Ricochet bounces may not actually transfer to champions. So you'll notice when she does it, she walks forward just a little bit. It seems like once or twice, Ashley K's been looking to try and get some snares, some of her grasping roots out onto Kaylee as she goes for that. Oh, that's an engage from Ryuki. She misses the charm, though. That was a tense trade with not much to gain from it. Elastic Slingshot goes forward. Stretching Strike. Zac gets rooted. Death Rocket comes out. Zac goes down. Lauren takes down Zac.
Yep.
Looks like nothing else to gain.
Yeah, Lauren was well timed engaging there with her Vengeful Maelstrom, coming in at the perfect time to save her bottom lane.
They're all really low, but they're chugging on a couple potions. I think they're going to be just okay here. Orianna was going down there looking for the roam, but she realized she left her mid lane tower all alone. Is that first tower about to go down? That is first tower. Ryuki, well done right there.
Yeah, and while all this action's been happening, this Nasus is just slowly building up stacks in that top lane, which will be pretty scary later in the game. Looks like Nasus has 20 stacks right now, which is about a bonus 200 damage. I'm not a Nasus main, so I don't know exactly how good or bad that is, but it definitely is starting to add up as this game is progressing.
Props to Shaeman for doing so well in that top lane. That's a 40 CS advantage right now.
And part of it's been the roaming. You know, Malphite's been all over the map trying to make plays, but at the same time, you know, when your Q deletes a minion from full health to 0, CSing is pretty straightforward.
A little bit of a taunt there from Shaeman in the top lane.
I love it.
That's the fun of these streamer wars. You get to have a little bit of fun. You get to see the character of the streamers while they're playing.
Yeah, and it's just so awkward for the Malphite up here to actually CS under turret. It's not like Malphite has such fast attack speed or easy ability to delete the minions. And he's sort of stuck in lane here, no HP, no mana, no ability to make a play, just because he has to, because the minions are constantly being shoved into his turret.
Yep. Oh, red ward being spotted out by Hakuna. Well done. A gentleman's applaud to you, sir.
You gotta love when your teammates are clearing wards. There's nothing I hate seeing more than a member of a team sitting there with all four of their wards still available. Not to call anyone out who has all 4 of their wards available here out of the ADC position.
Hey, ADCS to CS.
We were talking in the mid lane how Orianna was struggling to keep up in CS, but actually, she caught right back up. Actually, she's ahead by 1 CS at this exact moment.
I think it's because Ahri's been all over the map making plays and getting finally a little bit of safe time there to farm the waves up and try to make sure she doesn't fall too far behind, given that it's kind of futile to follow the Ahri, given her roam potential.
Also, especially as Orianna scales, her wave clear becomes very, very easy to keep up. And
Zach coming in, misses the elastic slingshot. Oh, we have so much activity going on here. Let's Bounce comes out. Dat Owl is going to get... No, he flashes away. That's an unstoppable force coming out from Tiger's Reaper. Dat Owl goes down. Mystical Hearts using her healing to keep everybody barely alive. Tyka's getting CC'd for days is also going to go down. The whole team is there. Nasus in the back line as he's able to get his Siphoning Strike off. Larissa goes down too. That's an ace. That is a 5-0 at 17 minutes into this game. 9-4. Wow, what just happened?
Well played by the ball fondlers there. The Nasus got on the back line with a perfect teleport, and Team Kitty Cat Meow Kapow just got a little bit too aggressive. The Zac and the Malphite, I think, need to be ulting in closer together in terms of when they're going in, and when they go in 1 by 1, even as tanky as they are, it's still pretty easy to shred them, especially at this stage in the game where they're not even really developed into their tanky items. The Zac still only has a Cinder Hulk, and the Malphite doesn't even have a fully completed item yet. So they're just not tanky enough to do that kind of engage, that follow-up.
It's totally true.
At that point, Ariana and Jinx were so far back from the main fight happening, where the Let's Bounce was happening, where Malphite's ult came in, that they just couldn't get in the DPS that was needed to turn that fight around.
And when your tanks are diving in and you have a Nasus on your backline, there's not a whole lot they can do to get rid of it.
Right.
Totally agree. Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Where's my peel? It's like, oh wait, they're over there diving their backline. Uh-oh.
Yeah, and seriously, props to Mystical Hearts right there. That Monsoon was excellent. The healing was done in just the right way where it couldn't have been interrupted, and her team was able to recover so much and finish out that fight without really any threat of getting nixed in that fight.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I just want to point out how bananas the gold right now is from Coin. China already has a completed redemption. I think this is like for... Given the overall like levels of CS in this game, that's pretty early for a support to have a completed item.
That's a Fury of the Sands coming out from Shaeman. He's chasing down Tychus, getting Siphoning Strikes, and now he's going to walk away. Nothing else to gain. Ryuki looking for an engage here. Maybe? She's not spotted up by a ward.
Yeah, that's a dangerous spot not to have a ward as Team Kitty Cat Meow Kapow.
She's got Spirit Rush ready.
I think she's going to patiently wait here until they step one step too far forward into range of the charm, and then all of a sudden you've got a dead.
Oh, Elastic Slingshot comes out. Stretching Strike does not connect onto Shaeman. Shaeman tossing out the BM.
Yeah, there's not much Zac can do there, even with the Orianna. I think, honestly, Zac and Orianna 2v1 by the Nasus at this stage in the game.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Even potentially under turret.
Okay, let's talk about Ryuki real fast. She's waiting in the sidelines, ready for this engage. Here she comes. Spirit Rush forward. Charm lands, and Ashley K goes straight down. Larissa trying to kite on her tower, but there's not very much she can do to try and survive against this. I might be wrong. Nope, I'm not wrong. I'm right. Good night,
and I was
Larissa.
about to say, you really, really, really need those kills to convert, because she committed a ton of time just sitting in that bush, and I'm glad it was eventually able to pay off with it with the actual kills and the second third of the game.
You know what? Red team's struggling to keep up here, but the game's not necessarily over just yet. We were talking at the beginning of the game how they do have the AoE Wombo combo, and if they just get one good team fight where Orianna's Shockwave can catch all 5 members of the enemy team, or honestly even 3 or 4 of the enemy team, they have a chance of coming back in really quickly. To answer someone in the chat who's playing Nasus, that is Shaeman111. If you guys ask the mods in the chat, they'll bring up the links. Feel free to go check out his channel. I believe he's live right now, as is everybody else playing.
Yep. Yeah, so as Buddy was saying, get a big AoE, get some good peel going on, and Red can very easily turn this around.
Yeah, at this stage in the game, the big problem for the Red side is that their team comp is really based on this late game team fighting, but they're not necessarily as good at skirmishing. Whereas, you know, all the other members of the blue team are able to have abilities that give them the ability or give them the capacity in these fights to actually make something happen, even if they're on their own or in a 2v2. I think a lot of the Red team really has synergistic abilities rather than abilities that can work in any particular combination of champions.
Yep. Also, by the way, if I have a mod or two in the chat who has grabbed that clip, do you guys know if we got a clip yet?
I'm not sure we've got one yet, but next big play in the game, I'm sure Aeon will be able to send us over one.
Thanks, man. Yeah,
I'll actually just give a call out Aeon when we see a cool play.
if you guys don't... He already has a clip, he has 2. Excellent.
Oh, send them to Mueta.
Yeah, please send those over to me, Aeon. In the Discord.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, if you type !Discord in the chat, it'll bring up the link to my Discord for the channel. We hang out in there all day. Please feel free to go jump in there, drop any clips you do have, or feel free to talk about the chat. It's a cool little community of cool people. Feel free to join us.
Yep, and we've got the first completed items coming through here. The Sivir is going for the Infinity Edge first, while the Jinx went for the Hurricane. I think going for this deal item is actually more common these days on ADC. They typically will buy a broadsword first to give them the damage they need to actually, frankly, make CSing a little bit easier, and then complete the Zeal item first. But we haven't engaged in the top lane.
Larissa getting withered, and Siphon Strikes almost taking her down. She flashes away. Wow, Shaeman, what a monster.
Yeah, it appears 22 minutes into the game, we're already approaching Raid Boss Nasus level.
Also, quick shout out to Wookie Monster. Thank you so much for the tier 2 sub, and welcome back to the Meep Squad.
Oh, beautiful engagement from the Ahri there, using the charm to pull the Orianna. The Orianna does have enough at this stage in the game to survive, especially under turret.
That is a very fed Ahri. That Ahri is 6, 1, and 2. Definitely a massive threat in this game.
A full item up on the Orianna with the Luden's Echoes, giving her additional burst potential.
The extra BM from Shay, I love it. The taunt on that champion on that skin specifically is hilarious.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. After this game, I'm gonna want to go play me some Nasus. This looks like fun.
Those are words. Those are definitely words. Those are words.
The lead is not so big anymore. The Orianna is almost at the Ludens, it looks like. They're relatively close.
Yep, those are words.
Brandon, you could respond to my commentary instead of reminding everyone that they are, in fact, words.
Good words, person.
Cast tilting.
Going for a dragon. They're going to try and take down this
The game
cloud.
does seem to have slowed down a little bit here. As you said, blue team's going for dragon here. It looks like they should be able to get it relatively easily. It is a Cloud Drake, though. Although it will be their second Cloud Drake of the game, I believe, which will starts to add up. I think that third Cloud Drake is actually ridiculous in terms of how fast champions are moving sometimes across the map.
Yep, and you know what? We're blue team is pressing down. They already found a coffin. They placed red team in it, and they're just like, you know what? We're gonna start hammering down these nails. Feel free to try and stop us, but it's probably gonna happen either way. And red team's just like, oh no, please don't do this. And blue team's like, too bad.
I think that's actually was exactly what their voices sound like of their personified teams as well, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, the red team at this stage in the game is just trying to stall it out. Let the Malphite and the Zac get a little bit tankier, finish their next items, and hopefully then be in a better position to engage, especially given that the Jinx is still only at the Ruinous Hurricane and doesn't really have the ability to shred the enemy team quite yet.
Yep, totally agree. They're looking around. Zac's trying to position. I don't know if you guys know this, but as a mid laner, well, I shouldn't say this is fact. This is opinion. I hate playing against Zac as a jungler on the enemy team because he
Definitely not.
Here's an engage.
he has so much range, and he can go and walk around everybody's warding and vision control, and he'll always find a way to gank you. And so that's exactly what that Zac was trying to do right there. You saw him hanging around in the bush. He's going to be walking around every bush, around every lane where he sees the enemy, just to be looking for an engage. And all he needs is one really well-placed elastic slingshot, and he'll be set.
Yep, and the blue team looking to set up a siege there in the bot lane turret, but Team Kitty Cat Meowkapow does respond quickly.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't already know, in this channel, we do not respect Bard as a champion. He's more like an empowered minion. That's about it.
In other news, the Nasus is still pushing top, and no one is there to answer. So that tier 2 turret will go down extremely quickly if someone doesn't answer it right now.
And notable is that Malphite TP'd into the bottom tier 2 turret to respond to the siege that they were putting on. So he doesn't have teleport right now. He is at teleport disadvantage.
Did you just say Nasus?
Nasus, Nasus, potato, potato.
Oh, triggered. Oh, triggered. It is most definitely Nasus.
I agree, but some people I know say Nasus. So
You just said Nasus.
Did I?
Yes.
You know what it is? Some people made me feel really weird about it because they were calling me out for saying Nasus. Oh, we have a pause. Technical difficulties.
BM pause.
BM pause.
All right. We are having a quick pause. Ladies and gentlemen, any questions for us? We can talk about how Barty doesn't have a beard. Barty was not paying attention.
Yeah, ask us anything.
We can talk about how Barty doesn't have a beard.
Yeah, that is really the biggest issue with the cast so far.
Yeah.
If you could really focus on growing the beard quickly, I would appreciate that.
And you know what? What do you guys think about beards? Beards, yes or no?
Yes. Was that a question for chat or was that a question for me?
What's
That's
the
a
red
question
team be
all
doing
around.
right now to try to come back? I think red team pretty much just needs to try to keep the Nasus in check and prevent the split push and honestly just stall the game out. If this game goes another 10-15 minutes, it'll come down to whichever team can get just a one team fight win, and that's their best hope. I think in the next 10 minutes, if blue team can get another big wipe by the red team, it'll be much harder for them to win. And yes, I have actually also said Mueta looks just like Thorin. It is shocking how similar they look sometimes. Great observation.
The other question to answer, will there be a possible Bard support pick? Notably, Misty Hearts is a Bard main, so potentially.
I've seen her Bard. It's pretty good as far as Bards go.
Her Bard is very good, I would go so far as to say.
Okay, guys, I shaved my beard last week. I've had a beard before. It looks good, I agree, but sometimes you have to shave for reasons.
And we're back. Game has been unpaused. Hopefully, whatever technical difficulty was going on before is now solved. Shaeman in that top lane. Oh.
Bye, tier 2 turret. That turret had like a tenth of its health left, and an empowered Q killed it. That's ridiculous. This champion.
Uh-oh. Elastic Slingshot coming in. Oh, that's an unstoppable force. That's a great shockwave. Comes out and gets the kill on Mystical Hearts. Dat Owl is rooted. The Vengeful Maelstrom comes out. Doesn't really get too much. Great redemption right there. Hakuna Matata way too far forward. Goes down to Ryuki. Lots of flashes coming out. Wow, blue team just mopped up that fight like it was no big deal. I didn't even see how that ended.
Can we acknowledge how tanky that Maokai is? That Maokai was getting hammered for 5-10 seconds in that fight and barely lost any health. And again, the same play as earlier in the game. The Nasus teleports behind and absolutely deletes people.
That was a very well executed fight from blue team. Honestly, that was a very aggressive engage. Tychus Reaper going up the unstoppable force and only catching one, possibly two members of the enemy team. That was not the play they needed.
Yeah, they needed to stall the game out. Rokir asked the question, what do they need to do to win? My advice was don't pick a big fight right now, and
Uh-oh. Lauren, oh wow, that was an amazing curse of the Colossus. Oh, missed command shockwave, but it doesn't really matter. Larissa going in to finish off this kill on a Shaeman. Shaeman goes down.
It's a Nasus kill. It's a miracle.
That is a miracle.
Nasus tanked 4 shots from the turret in the last fight and didn't move below half health.
Yeah, they slightly overstay there trying to end the game, and we've all been there, you know. Nexus is exposed, looks like you might be able to end, and what's the worst that can happen? You give them 2 kills, is that really going to change the direction of the game? They still have 13k gold lead, so understandable.
You know what? Not very often in games like this do you see a snowballed lane, but that Nasus is a monster.
Absolutely, and it gets the Frozen Heart now. It's going to be their only real hope for Team Kitty Cat Meow Kapow was to have the Jinx shred through the Nasus, but with the Frozen Heart, that's going to be extremely difficult.
Well, blue buff going over to Ryuki. She's gonna eat some of those honey fruits. Honey fruits, right? Honeydew, honey fruit?
Honey fruits is what I've always called them.
Honey fruits.
Fruit.
Getting vision around Baron. I don't even know if this is gonna be contested.
That's what I like to
They're
call
just gonna
them,
do it.
Small healing balls in the river.
Starting Baron. They've got the damage for it. They've got the tanks for it. They've got the shields for days.
And the red team has no idea they're even doing this.
Yep, Kitty Cat Meow Kapow hasn't really been able to leave their base from the siege. They don't have any vision in the top jungle. They don't have any vision on Baron.
Oh, it looks like right now Hakuna Matata is like, we should probably go ward Baron, but kind of late on that impulse.
I just want to point out real fast, just noticed in the chat, everyone's talking about Nasus. He's building Infinity Edge.
Aggressive, I like it.
I would say creative. I would say fabulous. I would say...
That is a mega BM move.
You know what? It's not even BM as much as it is just beautiful. It's a beautiful creative mind expressing itself and coming out in a build.
I might interpret that as he knows they're going to win this game, and he's just going to get so much damage that his Qs do a comical amount. Let's see how many stacks he's got built up of that Q.
I very sincerely never seen a Nasus when he has an Infinity Edge. I'm curious to see what happens if he's able to complete it. He might not even be able to complete it in time. He's trying to go for the dragon.
Damage bonus on his strike right now. That is insane.
Well, they took down a Mountain Drake. It's not really going to help them too much. They already have so much pressure on the map right now. They're ahead by 13,000 gold.
It's not like they need more damage against objectives right now.
Siphoning Strike will now kill turrets for Nasus in 3 shots instead of 4. Oh my god! That's hilarious.
Wow. The word disgusting comes to mind.
Yeah, that is a filthy champion when he gets ahead and fed in this way. I mean, the only way to really kill it is to just lock it down with the crazy amounts of CC, but at this point, even once they lock it down, like, I don't know how they're going to delete that Nasus.
And keep in mind that Janna's shield does provide a little bit of extra attack damage on champions, so this Nasus is going to be dealing amazing, tons of damage.
Tons
and tons and tons. Does anybody know what unit of measurement comes after a ton?
Nasuses.
That's
large amounts.
Nope. Oh, that's a vengeful maelstrom coming in from Lauren. Wow!
Oh.
Kaylee gets the kill onto Zac like it's no big deal. Unstoppable force. That's a great command. Shockwave. Ari goes straight down. Shaeman flashes forward. Amazing siphoning strike. Ashley K, another siphoning strike. These just eating champions for breakfast. Tychus Reaper gets knocked up. And that's a triple kill for the Nasus. Shaeman is unstoppable. That is the game.
No.
Very
Brandon,
well played.
Viewers, this was an R-rated stream with Nasus just destroying people.
That was...
Oh god, that was painful to watch.
Yeah, I really appreciate that they banned away the Cho'Gath, thinking, I'm gonna get rid of one of the major scaling champions in this game, and then they get Nasus picked into them.
My body was not ready for that wreckage. Very well done to Team Blue. GG's all around.
Yeah,
Wow.
and unsurprisingly, the Nasus topping champion damage meters in that game.
Yeah.
Well played, but I suspect, I could be wrong here, we might be seeing a Nasus ban next game.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's get into game 2. We're going to go ahead and switch it up just a little bit so that teams are going to be on opposite sides. And now, after the first game is done, there may be some different bans. We'll see what progresses forward.
Yeah, I'd be surprised to not see a Nasus ban in the second game. Nasus and Cho'Gath will probably both be gone.
Do we want to give the teams 2-3 minutes to maybe take a bathroom break, grab a drink of water?
Sure, that's an idea.
Here, I'm gonna.
Brandon, you're killing me tonight, I have to tell you. Maybe if Tychus isn't taking a bathroom break, you can call him in for a quick interview between games. Ask him about that Nasus gameplay, that Infinity Edge build.
I think I'm getting memed right now. I might
What's
be
happening?
wrong. I don't know. I'm clicking play, and it's not allowing me to create a game.
Weird.
I'm gonna try and reset my client real fast. Bear with me, guys. Sing a song? I can sing a song. Thank you guys all the way, by the way, for the follows. How'd this all get started? Well, about 3 months ago, I was chatting with a buddy, and we were talking about how it's fun that we get to see streamers play all the time, but usually streamers are distracted and they don't really play very seriously. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And we were talking about how cool it would be to put just a whole bunch of streamers in the same room and just see what happened. And after a lot of planning and a lot of communication and organization, we came out with the first streamer war. It happened probably about a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago, and then we're putting on a second installment, rotating out people involved, and getting some more streamer friends. Everybody who's participating in this game, or in these games today, are friends of mine and other awesome streamers. If you guys haven't already checked out their channels, please go rotate around and give a friendly hello. Tell them they're amazing, and they are amazing, even if you don't necessarily believe it just from me saying that. Tell them they're amazing. Tell them they're great, and go encourage some streamers out there right now. But yeah, that's kind of how the game first originated, or this series first originated. How often do you think you would do this? I'm not sure. I think we're probably going to be going probably every month. If we can, optimistically. We talked a little bit with Twitch about this, but nothing's set in stone just yet. The goal of this, so the goal of the Streamer Wars is to bring together a bunch of communities. People watch Twitch streams, but sometimes it's kind of hard to look around Twitch and find somebody else with similar content, or find somebody else that also plays this champion, or friends of that streamer, or so on and so forth. And so this is a chance for all 10 streamers communities to be able to mingle and to have fun and to go around and explore and say hi to other people that are playing the same game. And hopefully the goal of this is just that everybody has a really good time. You're down to chat sometime. You work for Steel Series. I have heard of Steel Series. I'm a KP fan. So yeah, feel free to send me a DM. All my DMs are open. All right, we're going to get this second game started. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get the rest of the people in the chat. While we're in a quick intermission, though, do you guys have any questions for us? Do you want to hear? I can grab my guitar. This is my guitar, Sophia, in the background. Where is it? There we go. That's Sophia back there. If you guys want to hear a song, I can sing a little something real fast. If not, that's okay. I don't have the best singing voice in the world. But if you want to, I can try. I'll try my best for you. You just have to be honest with me. Honesty is a great policy. Oh yeah, also, if you're in chat right now and you're curious about learning a little bit more about League of Legends, we're going to have a couple more events in the next couple days. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing a free coaching night. Free coaching 1v1s. So that means you guys get to come, hang in chat, line up to be 1v1ing me. And I'm a diamond mid laner. I used to be a high diamond mid laner last season. But come drop by. Feel free to 1v1 me. I'm going to be doing instructional stuff. So I'll be 1v1ing you, telling you about lane mechanics. It'll be mid or AE carry. I'll let you guys choose which of the two you'd like to do in terms of 1v1s. But yeah, normally coaching costs maybe like $10, maybe like $20. I'm just gonna be doing it for free tomorrow. So come show up, jump into chat, and try and get in line, and yeah. All right, I'm gonna grab the guitar real fast, just because it was requested. Let's go ahead and pause the music for a quick moment. I've been playing guitar for probably about 7 years, 8 years.
And Brandon, there is a chance that we're gonna make a quick switch in teams because of the imbalance between Tychus, as we talked about. We're trying to figure that out now.
Okie doke. Sounds good. I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do ya? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Alright, I'm going to jump into spectator mode real fast. I'm going to let the rest of the people jump into this game. So...
Spectating is disabled right now.
I think you need to remake Brandon.
We need to remake it? Alright.
We'll
We're gonna
harmonize
go
next time,
remake it.
here.
Yeah, Rokir, you really want to hear us singing.
You do.
That's
Trust me.
the best possible thing that could happen right now. Kappa. In case that wasn't incredibly
No
obvious.
Kappa.
Yeah, in case that wasn't incredibly obvious.
Alright, dropping out all the invites here.
Maybe a Doge streams.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, Doge stream.
Missing one other.
Looks like spectating is disabled, Brandon. I don't know if that's a setting or how you. It's a blind pick again, still too.
Yeah.
Oh, it's blind pick? Oh.
It's spectating
That's
disabled.
what the issue was before. Thank you very much for the follows, everybody. Flamers, what was the question? By the way, if you guys have questions that you want me to answer regarding other stuff, feel free to shoot me a message on Discord. That's probably the easiest way to contact me, or through Twitter. You can go through type !Discord in chat. It'll pull up the link, and feel free to jump in there and drop me a message.
All right, let's get this game underway.
Sorry guys for the technical difficulties. We're getting this going as fast as possible. Trying to remember just off the top of my head who's in here. I think we got everybody, and we're missing one other.
Spectating's still disabled.
Brandon, why is spectating disabled? Why is it blind pick again, Brandon?
Brandon, blind pick.
Again?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. No, it says tournament draft on my screen.
Interesting.
We may be having some
Righto,
slight
please.
technical difficulties.
Rito.
Thank you very much for the follow, Alex. Alright, I'm dropping over into spectate.
Can you get into spectate?
I am.
Are we in spectate?
You are.
Ah, look at that.
Wait, no, we aren't.
Says on my screen you are. We might be having some issues
looking
here.
at his screen, we are. Righto, please.
We might be having some slight issues tonight. And by we, I mean Riot.
Okay, it looks like everyone else is getting into teams correctly, so I think we're good.
Excellent. And do we switch sides all right?
We're fine. We'll just wait for them to start. It looks like we are in the process of switching sides.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're curious about joining one of the future streamer wars, generally we're looking for people who are affiliates already with Twitch, and people who generally consistently stream League of Legends anywhere between like 2 to 3 to 4 times a week. So if you're curious, feel free to drop me a message and ask me about future events, and I'll check out your profiles. But I believe we're just about ready. Let's start it
Oh god,
up.
it's a Doge stream.
Oh, we have a dog in the chat. And by in the chat, I mean on the camera. What's your dog's name?
This is Lucy. She's 10 months old.
Wait, hold on. There are still
She's a
people
brat.
using the restroom.
All right, we're taking just a little bit more of an interlude. That is a cool dog. Can we get some dog emotes in the chat?
Yeah,
Show
let's
kitties.
get our Franker Z's. Let's get our Ralph Z's. Let's get our Oh My Doge.
You guys want to read my cats? Let's see if they're right around the corner here.
This is an animal stream now, guys. Oh,
We're
like
into
we're in.
game.
Oh goodness.
Oh goodness! Right when Brandon leaves. All right, we'll carry this cat. We were born for
This
this moment.
is
Yeah.
this is Syndra.
Unfortunately, it looks like we.
She's usually very not chill about sitting like this, but she seems to be okay for the moment. Hey. Hey.
Okay.
Oh.
Your
oh.
client's
I don't think
seriously
she likes this very
bugging
much
out.
anymore.
Yeah.
She is 4 months old, 5 months old. She's still a kitty.
Yeah, our client is.
Yeah,
having
this
all
is
kinds of
Syndra.
problems.
I
Oh,
think
God.
she's saying, "Dad, it's very hot. Please put me down."
Okay, it looks like we have.
I can't believe she lets you hold her that way.
That is really amazing.
What a derp.
She's not a very derpy cat. Let me go see if I can find the other derpy cat.
By the way, our client is bugging out extremely aggressively. Like, we have no idea what's happening right now.
So it looks
So
like
we're
we
just
have.
optimistic we're gonna end up actually spectating the game.
It looks like so far we have a Maokai, Assis, a Draven, and a Kane ban.
I can't believe the NASA ban. That's quite surprising.
Yeah, shocker after last game that they went ahead and got rid of it after how dominating of a performance Tychus Reaper put on with it.
Actually, I think Tychus was the.
Oh, it was Shaeman. You're right. Tychus had the Malphite.
Wow, this client on my computer, if you guys can see the level at which it is bugging out right now, it is astounding.
Yeah, it is not happy. Very not happy. Hopefully we can get into game. I think we probably will. Yeah, tank meta, tank bans. I think that's pretty standard. Let's see, who else have we gotten banned? We got Tristana banned for the first ADC.
Shogot banned again,
Yep.
Pretty standard.
The Jinx pick. Looks like Ashley's gonna get her Jinx. Or is that... Was that Ashley that was playing? Or is Laurie playing?
I thought it was Ashley, but I don't know for certain.
Hi, Brandon.
Hello. This is Zaya. This is my other kitty.
Wait, is
she
your other cat
is just a couple weeks older than Syndra, and she is also very unhappy about me holding her. It's very warm here in Las Vegas, and oh, yep, she's not happy about being held. I'm gonna put her down. Thank you for saying hi to chat, anyways.
Okay, there's another Zach pick coming in.
So we've got Jinx. Oh, the Diana pick is interesting. Wonder if that's a pocket pick here. Diana's pretty strong right now, I've actually heard, in the mid lane especially. Diana's got a little bit of a buff on patch 7.15 that could improve her overall potential.
And we are playing on 7.15. This is not LCS. We don't roll back one patch.
True. You know what? I've actually tried getting into Diana a little bit. My name obviously implies that I play a lot of mid lane, and I've actually followed, I don't know if you guys know, but at the beginning of this season, Diana2, a Diana one-trick streamer, was very, very prominent with his Diana play, and he was actually at the #1 spot in Challenger for a little bit, but he firmly believes that Diana's making a comeback if you go watch his stream. And I'm curious to see how they end up using this. Is this jungle Diana? Is this mid lane Diana? Is this top lane Diana?
You have to expect this mid lane Diana. I think jungle Diana's in a pretty... The clear speed is just not there right now. It's always been a problem. So it's really hard for Riot in general to balance AP junglers. You know, the mana problems that they tend to have. It's tough to play.
Yep. Except for Aurelion Soul Jungle. I've heard that's OP.
I think I just heard a bard.
Oh!
Did someone hear that?
The bard is crying as it's banned away.
I swear I just heard a crying bard somewhere. Maybe it's just me.
God.
Maybe I'm just anticipating things.
That is a targeted ban.
Oh, by the way, I love the Xerath pick here. Xerath is such a cool champion. So fun to watch play.
Oh, wow. I'm excited. I don't know if you guys know this, but not too long ago in the news, and if you guys follow League of Legends news, probably about 4 months ago, there was a very popular scripting company that was finally legally pursued by Riot Games and shut down because of the lawsuit. And it was discovered that, well, they had to hand over their list of names for everybody who was scripting, and they had to divulge all the people who were monthly subscribers for their scripts. But if you watch my stream and you come by and watch me play mid lane, you'll hear me complain all the time about scripters. And the #1 most scripted champion that I play against is Xerath. And I think it's simply because every single one of his abilities is a skill shot, and so he's one of the easiest to code for in terms of making a script that's marketable.
Yeah, a friend of ours used to work at Riot, and he said their #1 priority was always dealing with the Xerath scripters, because Xerath scripters are just run rampant in that community, and it is a bit of a problem.
I'm feeling so affirmed right now. Thank you for telling me that.
Yeah, because it's the easiest champion, because when you hit your skill shots, you're so powerful, and they're hard to hit, so it's a really, really, really good champion to write scripts for.
Yep. So at this point, we're hoping that our client actually connects us to the game.
I'm not optimistic, to be honest.
Yeah, it still says Tychus Reaper is banning. Maokai has been banned on our screen.
Oh.
Yep, and that's it. So fingers crossed that we get into the game. If we don't, this might be a bit of a solo cast with us on, 7 seconds delay.
Well,
Well, worst case scenario, I think Hakuna Matata is on my friends list, so we could quickly spectate and then just pause maybe for 5-10 seconds, and we should be okay. I think that's our backup plan.
Well, we got 3 minutes until this game starts. Let's talk about some team analysis. On the blue side, we have Xerath in the mid lane against, that's probably, I'm going to say Lux in the mid. That's going to be a Diana jungle, most definitely.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, so Lux against Xerath. That's a pretty even matchup. I want to say that neither opponent in that matchup is going to have very much of an advantage, and it's going to be 99% jungle participation. What do you guys think?
That's my impression. I thought the Xerath might scale a little bit better, but in terms of like the early mid game, they're relatively even, right?
Yep.
That was always my impression. And we've got the same kind of similar matchup in the bot lane to last game. The only difference is the Leona instead of a Janna here. So the Leona provides a little bit more engage, a little bit less utility, but relatively similar matchup with the two hyper carries both trying to scale to the late game. We've got the Zac and the Diana. I mean, Diana's not a meta pick, but if you're pulling out of Diana, you're probably pretty good at it. So it should be interesting to see. And in the top lane, the Renekton Darius. That's also, again, a matchup that I think the Renekton is probably favored in early, because Renekton's favored in pretty much every early game matchup. But a Darius can really has the potential to pop off and be a force to be reckoned with if he gets going.
Yep.
And let's talk about jungle. Another Zac coming out for Dat Owl. Honestly, even though it didn't work out for him last game, I think Zac is amazingly strong right now. And I would be so much more excited to have a Zac on my team than a Diana jungle. No offense to Lauren.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Unless it's a very, very specific pocket pick, yeah, I'm definitely favoring the Zac in this spot.
Do you think one of the teams intentionally chooses roles in order, or is it just a coincidence that every game we've had that happen so far?
You know, I'm not sure. And yes, Jinx was stolen away this time, right for Lari and Sivir again Kaylee picking Sivir again. You know what? I kind of like that people stick to their champions and stick to what they know. It's if you play solo queue, especially as you get higher and higher, you find so often that people occasionally will get bored of this game and they'll play champions that they do not know. And it can be very frustrating to play with a first-time Vi or a first-time Lucian on your team. So, yeah. All the props to these people for sticking to the champions they know. We're getting some dog love in the corner here.
Yeah, Lucy is currently attacking Barty's face.
Hi.
Apologies for the distraction on stream.
No apologies necessary. Those are just words.
Okay, so it looks like we're getting close to being in game. Fingers crossed again.
It looks like at least one of us is close to getting in game. Potentially both of us.
Yep.
First time Lee Sin's lol. Oh, I cannot. Oh.
Oh.
Hashtag no thank you.
Yeah, it looks like we're not gonna get in. Oh, there it goes.
Worked.
Hey, we did it.
We said so nicely, Rito, please.
Rito,
came
please.
through.
Rito just pulled through last second.
Is it Rito or Rido?
Rito.
Rito. 100% Rito.
1000% Rito.
Brandon, what do you say?
I'm scared to answer.
No, you're the
Tiebreaker.
tiebreaker, Brandon.
I gotta say Rido,
Alright.
man.
Yes!
Okay.
Score.
Brandon is never on my side anymore.
Get wrecked.
It's nothing
everyone in
personal.
chat agrees with me though.
It's not Rito.
Thank you, Rokir. They are both plebs, indeed.
F is for Flash. R is for Rito.
No.
Rido?
No. D is for Delash.
Delash.
You're
All right,
right.
we're getting into the game here. It looks like, despite all of the signs that would have pointed to that not happening.
We're gonna fix our lineup real quick.
Are you guys in yet?
We are, but it's in like the gray part where it's not actually started yet.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, same.
It's
All right, here we
oh,
go. 1 second,
One,
2 seconds,
two,
3 seconds, 4.
Perfect. Sounds like we're synced.
Excellent,
It's
ladies
the
and
fact that we're
gentlemen.
shouting the same numbers at the same time. It feels promising. ladies and gentlemen.
Heyo, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2 of the Streamer War. Let's get some hype in the chat, please.
On the blue side, we've got Renekton on the top lane, Zac in the jungle, Xerath in the mid lane, Jinx at ADC, and Zyra playing in the supporting role.
And for Kitty Cat Meow Kapow, we have. Oh god.
That's not Kitty Cat Meow Kapow.
Wait, did you say blue or did you say red?
I said blue.
Oh man, I'm totally.
We've got
backwards.
Darius in the top lane, Diana in the jungle, Lux in the mid lane, Sivir at ADC, Leona in the supporting role. The champion portraits are not in the right order, and Sykes does not necessarily know all of those champions by portrait, so I will pinch hit there a little bit.
Professional casters.
Heyo.
Yeah, I can't believe there's a bard ban in this game. Talk about catering to your host.
Now, I was gonna say I don't really see anything unique across the board, but I'm wrong. Look at that Xerath in the mid lane holding a Dark Seal and 3 potions? What?
Oh, weird.
Yeah, you usually go refillable with a Dark Seal, right?
Oh, but that makes sense because Xerath's passive gives him back a little bit of mana every time he auto-attacks a minion or enemy champion, roughly every 10 seconds. Interesting. He's going for the sustain and a little bit of extra scalability.
It's possible that's what it is, or it's possible the suggested items suggest red pots instead of a refillable. And in the haste to get out into the lane, the red pots were clicked on. It's one or the other.
Also, did you know that you can subscribe for free with Twitch Prime? If you have Amazon Prime, you can sign up for Twitch Prime and subscribe to your favorite streamer for free.
Paid for by Steve.
And we're off. Both teams going down on their buffs. You know, we haven't seen a lot of surprises in the jungle either game so far, and I'm okay with that, to be honest.
So the red side won last time, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That was Ball Fondlers. So red side is Ball, named to be changed later, Fondlers. And blue side is Kitty Cat Meow Kapow.
That was a really good decimate coming out from Darius with that. That's a 5-stack passive
Ooh,
on
that hurt.
Tychus. He's in danger. He knows it. Some really good Lucent Singularities coming out from Lux. Getting some good harass early on onto Xerath.
Yeah, and already got the pod out of the Renekton, so that'll be a little tough in the top lane.
True. Wow, Shaeman is being so oppressive with this top lane matchup. He's already got level 2.
He's being impressive, but he's not actually picking up the CS. So the CS is still even.
Wow, I didn't even notice. Yeah, he's missing creeps bad.
Sometimes you get a little too aggressive making those trades, and you forget to actually, the point of making trades is to push them off the minion wave so you can CS freely. Happens to the best of us, and me.
Hey, Bree, how's it going? If you guys don't know Bree, she's a good friend of like half the people joining in these games. Please go check out her channel.
Ooh, a nice cue from Zyra there, spawning the plant.
And it looks like both junglers are pathing bottom to top, looking for the gank that comes, is it about 3.5 minutes or so?
About 3.5 minutes. Typically.
Most jungle clear times average around 3 minutes. They vary. Lee Sin will have a little bit of a faster clear time. Other less typical junglers maybe Nasus might have a slower clear time. Oh, we got an evade coming in from Shaeman. He's trying to put some pressure out. Maybe just trying to harass, not have too much happen. By the way, real fast shout out to Haley Kitty. Thank you so much for the $5 donation just now.
Yeah, and otherwise, a relatively slow game, despite that little bit of an invade attempt there from Shaeman, but doesn't really lead to anything, and they're both back in lane farming.
By the way, real fast, did we get that clip over to Brittany?
Yes, that was sent over.
Excellent. Thank you, guys.
Yep.
Not too much activity yet early on. Uh-oh. That's an excellent route onto Mystical Hearts. Uh-oh! Hakuna Matata! Red buff ticking out.
They're going down. Oh, nice
First
play.
blood. That was interesting. He didn't use either his exhaust or his flash. Uh-oh, more of an engage coming out. Dat Owl getting the stretching strike onto Lauren. It doesn't matter. So many shields onto Lauren. He's walking backwards. Is he in trouble? Nah, he's okay. Uh-oh. Oh! The passive is popped. He'll be okay, though. That was first blood going over to Lauren. We were totally ripping on the Diana jungle, and it's working so far.
Well, I wouldn't say we were ripping on it. I did say if you're picking a Diana jungle, you're probably, oh, creep block is real in the top lane, preventing Shaeman from picking up that kill almost for certain.
Wow, amazing flash decimate from Shaeman. Doesn't get the goal. Oh, Tychus Reaper with an amazing clutch engage right there. Slash and dash and an auto attack, and that guy was destroyed. Wow.
That was beautiful. Extremely well played by Tychus.
Yeah, Tychus was playing on a very fine margin there. He had to hit both of those skills to get that kill, or else it was definitely his life that he was trading there.
Look at that confidence.
That may or may not have been my bottom. That was an amazing first blood.
I was going to say, so you mentioned that Xerath did not use either of his summoners.
Yes.
That is something that I'm very familiar with. Using summoners requires skills. Something that I am not familiar with.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know the other shoutcasters who are here on that side of me, that is Barty with the hat and the dog. That's Lucy, his dog in his arms. And that is Mueda with the beard. Both of them are good friends and really cool dudes. If you guys ever get to go watch their streams or hang in the same channels they hang in, say hello, get to know them. They're good people.
Don't be intimidated by our wrenches.
They like wrenches, apparently.
And no, our little wrenches on our chat icons. We like memes, don't worry.
That too. Twitch staff? They work at Twitch, I think. I mean,
We are Twitch staff, yes.
they hang in the Twitch building, anyways.
We hang out there every day and they pay us, so I guess technically we're staff.
We are approximately employed.
Mueda is a bully. Fact. Don't know if I can corroborate that. Renekton just got level 6 over Darius. He's way too low for anything, but if there's an engage that comes up from, I don't know, maybe a Zac getting a little adventurous. Actually, Zac is going out.
Converging on the bot lane.
Uh-oh. They're about to see each other. Lauren coming straight in. She's not level 6 yet, though. I don't know how much she can do. Flash forward from Mystical Heart. She gets the Zenith Blade.
Nice
That's a
engage.
stun. That's a great stretching strike going on to Lauren and onto Mystical Hearts. A heal comes out. Ignite ticks on to Mystical Hearts. Jinx gets the passive. She's really excited. She's running towards Lauren, getting the auto attacks. I don't know if she's going to be able to finish off this kill, though.
And nice turnaround.
Oh, double flash, and Dat Owl takes away the kill. He has to sacrifice himself for it, though. Not
And
sure
that's
if
why
worth.
He's losing that passive earlier in the game.
That was definitely the downside of getting that passive knocked out when he was under the mid lane tower. Now Lux is roaming down bot lane. Ryuki wants some excitement. She has her final spark ready. If she gets a kill here on Ashley, maybe? She's thinking about it.
I feel potential here. Oh, that's a dangerous back by the Zyra.
No, she's changing her mind. She's like, you know what? Little too much excitement for me. I'm just going to go back to the mid lane where there's lots of light.
And where she has a 14 CS lead anyway. So no harm in staying in lane when the lane is going that way.
Right, where she has lots of vision and light in the mid lane.
I don't understand.
One more
Is that a
try.
pun?
One more try.
Never mind. It was a pretty bad pun. I tried.
I believe in it. I like it.
Because everybody knows that Lux is the champion of darkness?
Yes. Lux. Darkness.
Yes. Greek for light.
Let's see how this Diana's holding up. So the Diana's actually relatively even with Zac in terms of clear so far. Looks pretty good so far, but we'll see.
Let's talk about CS real fast. Ryuki is doing amazing against this Xerath in mid lane. Well done. That's 16 CS up. That's about 2.5 waves worth of gold and experience. That's a healthy lead.
And that Cinderhulk clear on Raptors is just beautiful. It's so easy once you get the completed bombing Cinder.
We got some defensive vision control here. Really well done by Tychus to roam down and get that and help Zac out in the jungle. Honestly, a solo laner that walks around and makes it... Uh-oh, we got an elastic slingshot going out on the Lauren. Let's Bounce does not connect. He's just gonna walk
was
away.
sitting there waiting for a gank, and Diana walked up and and dove right in. Why not?
That's a long cooldown on that ultimate. He's not gonna have as much pressure as he would have before. That's a really good invade from Lauren, getting that ultimate out of Zac. Stranglethorns, no, sorry, not Stranglethorn. That's Grasping Roots that connects on to Kaylee. Just a little bit of a trade, though.
And gold is still relatively even in this game. A little bit less excitement than last game, where we had Clown Fiesta early game. This game has been, with the exception of the CS lead in the mid lane and bot lane, which are balancing each other out, it's been pretty slow so far.
Uh-oh, Tychus. He uses his Dominus. Is it enough, though? Another flash auto from Shaeman, and he goes down. Shaeman is still supercharged with his passive ticking away. Not going to be able to take down the Zac, too, though.
And well played by the red side there. Managing to pick up the kill in the Renekton. That was a pretty close kill, actually. At least I thought. I guess the pass...
Uh-oh!
Made it
Oh.
Excellent catch from Ryuki right there. That Zac's going to go down.
beautiful play by Diana.
Later, bud.
Interesting, they give the kill over to the Diana there. They actually kind of had their choice of...
Uh-oh. No, just a little bit of a trade.
Very close.
Oh! Mega Death Rocket comes out. Lauren has about 150 HP left. I think she's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, that was an ambitious teleport. Although I guess they're heading back to top lane anyway, so why not? No downside.
And once again, Ryuki's roaming very effectively. Same as last game. Really getting around, traveling, doing as much damage as possible around the map. And not really sacrificing CS for it. At this point, she's still up 19 CS.
She's doing such a great job. Props to Ryuki for playing that Lux so well in the mid lane. Now, it looks like Xerath is building Zhonya's first item. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, especially with the Diana jungle. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Zhonya's, the Seeker's Arm Guard that he's building right now builds into a Zhonya's, and Zhonya's gives you armor as well as magic damage, but the armor is really effective against champions that do attack damage, like let's say Darius or Sivir. The other champions on the enemy team all do AP damage. So that's the Leona. She does a minimal amount of AP because she probably won't build any damage. But Lux and Diana both are AP carries, and having magic resist will definitely help you stay alive a lot longer. Tiger's Reaper... Not just a
I
twig.
think that'll just be some innocent trading. Some love taps back and forth.
Uh-oh, we're getting pings. Lauren's coming up for the gank in top lane, maybe? She's thinking about it. She's sitting up here. Maybe? She's going forward. Maybe not. She just needs to be able to land her Crescent Strike to be able to go in for the engage. I don't know if she's going to be able to get in range for that, though.
Yep. And I do think that there's some logic to the Zhonya's potentially if Xayth is worried about the Lux combo just 100 to 0ing him. But still, I probably would prefer Banshee's Veil if you were really that concerned about survivability as well.
Totally agree. Lux really needs to land a light binding to be able to get her full combo off, and if you have a Banshee's Veil, that's almost never going to happen.
Yeah, that's true. Really, either of the common damage mitigation items, I guess, would be effective in that case to stop Lux there.
We're looking at a potential dive in the bot lane.
Waiting for the ward to be cleared. It's a common mistake to just keep kind of running and following when you want to make a play somewhere, but they cleverly slow down and wait for the ward to be cleared first.
Ryuki was thinking about it, but she changed her mind. Oh, maybe she still is going in. Let's see what's going on down here. They know she's there. She's just gonna walk away. She's like, hello, just want to say hi. I'm gonna leave. Oh, Tychus Reaper is so low right now. He's playing with fire. Playing with a very angry Axeman.
Oh, and it looks like the red team's gonna be able to pick up the first turret here with a nice play bot side by all four of them. The Xayth is not answering the play, and I think it'll cost them their first turret.
Dominus got pulled out of Renekton. Darius has so much pressure in top lane again. Uh-oh. That's an engage. That is a very toasted Ashley K. Oh, wow.
Oh.
No! She went down to... Wait, she lived.
Runs over to get in range for the heal, and the heal provides just a sliver of health that the Lux needs to survive. Very, very well played by Kelly there.
That was
That is
so
when
clutch.
You GG your teammate on that honor screen after the game.
Well done, keeping Ryuki barely alive.
That was
Wow.
a really heads-up play.
The word excellent comes to mind.
Yep. Tychus with a good escape there.
Now,
And
red team is pulling ahead.
And the lead is slowly starting to pick up here with a 2.7k gold lead approximately for the red side. That's mostly coming not even off the back of the first tower blood. And, oh, the CS lead is actually closed in the mid lane. All that time Lux spent down in the bot lane allowed the Xayth to catch up a little bit. Only 7 CS or 9 CS down now.
Oh, Tychus taking so much damage from those decimates from Darius.
Yeah, and this Darius should be able to back soon and pick up Black Cleaver completed.
As soon as Darius finishes the Black Cleaver and gets his boots, it's a scary lane all the way around, man.
Yeah, hey Brandon, by the way, Unspectator, are you able to see gold totals anywhere that you know?
Ah,
I don't think you are.
you might be able to. I believe there is a hotkey you can find if you press escape.
X to view individual gold. So open the...
Thank you, there it is.
Oh, look at that. That's great.
Hey, look at me.
Thank you for the help, chat.
Black Cleaver, and now comment on their gold totals. Wow, and despite the CS gold gap closing a little bit, there's still 900 gold down to the Lux in the mid lane. There's a 800 gold differential in the top lane. The red team is very slowly but surely inching out these advantages.
Yep, mid lane, jungle, and top are they're showing their dominance here.
Yeah, I totally agree.
But again, you've got a Jinx on the blue side, and if they can get to the late game, we've seen what that Jinx can do. That Jinx can single-handedly win team fights on her own.
Uh-oh. Elastic Slingshot doesn't connect.
Just trying to scare her off the ward, but not going to be successful.
He literally threw himself at her.
And this is tough for the Renekton. Ooh, misses the hook.
That is the apprehend.
Ah, thank you.
Darius's abilities are so cool. Decimate, crippling strike, apprehend, Noxian guillotine.
Also, he's a basketball player in this skin.
You can always count him away for those detailed observations.
That's
Uh-huh.
amazing.
Shaeman flexing again. Oh, we're getting some pressure in mid lane. They're trying to go for a tower. Jinx is turning around to respond. It's going to be a 3v3. I don't think they're going to get too much here.
Yep, and lanes are already kind of breaking down in this game around the 16-minute mark, which I guess isn't that late in the, that early in the game.
I'd say that's probably about standard. One dragon over on the red team. That's just an Ocean Drake. It'll help a little bit with sustain. I think Darius is probably going to be the happiest with that Ocean Drake for him, but oh, he misses the apprehend again.
Yeah, if you can get an Ocean Drake this early in the game, the Zach is looking for the. If you can get an Ocean Drake this early in the game, it's actually a pretty powerful Drake, kind of underrated, because it gives you a lot of sustain power in lane.
Notably, ball fondlers, or ball to be renamed later fondlers, they're employing the same strategy that they did last game. They're just grouping 4 people mid. They're letting their top lane split push, and they're just trying to apply pressure through the mid tower.
Oh, the apprehend finally hits.
That Tychus Reaper is getting so low. He does have Dominus ready. He's not in a position where he needs to use it just yet, though. The wave clear from red team between the ricochets and the boomerangs from Sivir and all the wave clear from Lux, they can just push waves for days. I think blue team does have the wave clear too, but Xerath's not sticking around in the mid lane to help with those waves, so they're kind of struggling a little bit. Every little bit that a wave gets pushed under that tower, it's a little more damage.
Yeah, and I think they really need the late game a bit more for their wave player to come online, because the Jinx can't spam rockets forever at this stage in the game. The Xerath's mana pool is limited as well, and so I think it's a little bit harder for them.
Uh-oh.
Sivir kind of autos.
Light binding. No, she's okay.
Zach is there again, hovering, looking for an engage, but not going to find it.
Larissa getting very low. She's going to have to go back and heal. She's being very bold by staying in that fight. All it's going to take is one really well-placed engage from Mystical Hearts. She's going to struggle. That solar flare comes down. She's going to be in trouble. She's in range. Oh, Zach going in with an amazing elastic slingshot. He gets the stretching strike. That's a flash backwards from Mystical Hearts. The Let's Bounce does not connect. Oh, he's still going forward. He smites Mystical Hearts. The slow is active. He's going so far right now. Doesn't worry. He has his passive up. They're not going to be able to finish him. His team is there to defend. Wow, the damage coming out from Lux, though.
Ooh,
Oh, he escapes with a sliver of health still. No one goes down.
Somehow, despite that bloody fight, everyone survives to fight another day.
Yeah, I think the pressure with Diana not in that lane allowed them to have that 3v3 fight. Or 4v3, I guess, at the end when Connecting came in.
The problem is the real winner in this fight is actually the red side, because this whole time the Darius has been up in the top lane, hammering on the turret, while Xerath, on the other hand, is sitting under his own turret, just trying to clear waves to the bot side. So that is a win in my book for Team Ball to be named later fondlers.
We got a tower getting pushed down in mid lane. That was a great trade. Red team did come out there. Uh-oh. Wow, that was a great use of Zonias.
Hey, the Zonias
And Flash.
We flamed the Zonias, but not so bad.
Flash in from Tychus. Oh, he bit off more than he could chew. Dominus comes out. He's ignited, but I think he's going to be just okay. Oh, Final Spark does not connect.
Oh,
He's so low right now. Apprehend comes out onto Hakuna Matata. That's a Noxian Guillotine. Finishes him off. Shaeman going for another. Oh, he's going down to Lari. She's very excited. She's maybe going to go forward. Now she's just going to wave clear. That's a 1-for-1.
And Shaeman just got a bit too aggressive there. A little too ambitious in that play.
And in that case, the trade definitely wasn't worth it. I believe Shaeman had a bounty on, while Hakuna Matata did not. So a little bit more gold goes over to blue side for that trade.
And the red side does, though, maintain a pretty sizable gold lead at this stage in the game of about 4,500. If they play their cards right, they might be able to set up around the Drake here and actually go for a second Ocean Drake. Although the blue side seems aware of that and is starting to position around the Drake.
20 minutes into this game, we're looking at a 4,000 gold lead for red team. Honestly, props to that Diana. I did not expect Lauren to be able to pull off such an early advantage. Diana's one of those champions that really needs some items to be able to scale up, but I was so wrong. She's doing amazing.
Yeah, you have to give her credit. Diana's playing pretty well in this game, and it'll remain to be seen whether they're going to miss out from having a lack of a traditional tank on the red side later in the game, whereas the blue side does have the Zap. But for now, at least, it seems pretty good.
Did you see the BM right there? Darius teleported to the last health tick of that red ward because he didn't want the enemy team to take it. Then he canceled the teleport.
Shaeman is the
Uh-oh. Elastic Slingshot barrier comes out from Ryuki. A Mega Death Rocket, and you are so not alive anymore. That is so last year.
Nice elastic slingshot by the Zac there to pick up the kill. That's the problem with playing against the Zac. You go a little bit too far forward, and you get jumped on, quite literally.
Yep, he will literally throw himself at you. He is, you might say that Zac is a very loving champion. He literally is throwing himself at people all day. Maybe you wouldn't say that.
At the same time, though, it's the same problem as last game. It's just so hard to answer the Shaeman split push. And he's so aware of what he's doing. He knows they're about to start converging, and he backs up and waits for them to clear it out, to do it all over again, and slowly inches away up that lane.
And it's great, because at the same time, Red is going for Dragon as Darius is split pushing. They're responding to one side, and they're going the other. They're just stretching them thin.
We got a teleport coming down. Tyke is going in for the teleport. He wants some pressure on the Dragon. They might not go in. Dragon's getting low. If there was a time to engage, now would be it. Oh, he's going forward. He's going for the slice and dice, maybe? He goes for it. He does not get Lauren. He does land the stun. Stranglethorns comes out. He gets knocked up. Kaylee's trying to get some more damage on him. Doesn't make a difference. Mystical Hearts running into the back line. She's going to go down. Oh, Tychus Reaper goes down to the final spark. That was an amazing aim from Yuki right there. Shaeman looking around. He gets the crippling strike. He gets the decimate. He gets the Noxian guillotine. That is a dead 80 carry. That owl is about to go down next. Shaeman gets the kill from the ticking away passive. Trying to look for more. No. Oh, Grasping Roots does connect, but so does the Light Binding. Hakuna Matata with a great Zonias. Does it matter though? No, it doesn't. That's a triple kill for Shaeman111. Kaylee tanking the turret as they're trying to walk back. Doesn't matter. What an amazing fight. That was a 4-for-1.
Yeah, extremely well played by the red side, especially by the Darius there, single-handedly. They already had the Drake, so even if they were down a kill or two there, it wouldn't have been the end of the world. But the Darius just cleans up, and the perfectly placed light binding by Lux there ensures that they're able to pick up another kill at the end, or 2 kills at the end.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, Zac is a pretty flexible champion, and it is a stretch to say otherwise. Haha. Haha. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this game isn't over. It could go either way still. We are definitely seeing Shaeman. Props to Shaeman. He's been playing phenomenally last game and this game. He's doing amazingly with his pressure, amazingly with his snowballing, amazingly with his CS lead. Props to that dude. He's doing great.
He's doing tons of damage. Ridiculous amounts of damage, you might say.
You could probably even go to his channel and ask him about it.
Those were words.
Those were words.
That was a pun.
We're getting
And
some
both
caution
sides are
pings.
positioning around Baron a little bit here, but again, I'm a little worried that the blue side might fall into the same trap they did last game. You know, over forcing an engage here because they feel like they're down. When in reality, if this game just keeps going and they keep kind of scaling up and don't give over too many more kills, they'll probably be okay in the late game. Red side has the Darius, but that's not a traditional tank, although he is starting to build a little bit more armor. And I do think that they can win late game fights if the Xerath and the Jinx can kind of pop off. I'm always astounded by the ridiculous range on the Binding Light from the Lux. That range is absurd. It's much farther than most people who haven't played against it extensively would assume.
Yeah.
That's a Tiamat on Shaeman. I don't play a lot of Darius, but when I do, I usually don't build Tiamat. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure of Tiamat's standard. I mean, you would think that with
great apprehend, but no, team's not able to follow up on it. Real fast, I want to talk about chain CC. Darius, if he's able to get a really good apprehend and a crippling strike, that'll slow and hook an enemy champion. If it's just done right, that's long enough for Lux to be able to land a light binding, and then from there, that's enough damage and crowd control to kill somebody. That's great pick potential if Darius can just land one of his hooks.
And I think one problem here we're seeing out of the blue side is they have the Xerath in the bot lane clearing waves.
Solar Flare comes out. Final Spark lands onto the back line. Lauren takes down Ashley K. Lauren is about to go down herself, though. Larissa takes the kill. Larissa going forward, landing no rockets. Super Mega Death Rocket comes out, though. Ryuki's very low. Dat Owl is going for Elastic Slingshot. Flash comes out of Ryuki. she's trying to walk away. Kaylee turning around and kiting backwards. That's a Zac that gets a passive pop. Shaeman coming in though. Larissa goes down. Great Lucent Singularity from Ryuki. Hakuna Matata gets flash on. Shaeman, oh, this Hakuna Matata, this Xerath, he's scared. He's running. Great use of his Zonias, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Darius is too
just wait for him
tanky.
to pop out of it before the dunk.
That was a 3 for 5 ace for the red team. They are steamrolling.
Yeah. And with the Ocean Drake, they're going to be healed up in, 15, 20 seconds. They're not even going to have to back at this point. They can just go through, wait for the next fight to come about, and engage.
Yeah, double Ocean Drake can be extremely powerful. And I do want to point out that although these fights have looked pretty decisive in their outcomes, the fights were still very close. The members of Team Ball, to be named later Fondlers, were very, very low. Ooh.
Flash engage. Oh, 2 down, actually. Ashley K going forward. Tychus is going to be okay. I don't think that passive is going to kill him. Oh, it did!
Oh!
I don't think he expected that to happen.
Or at least Brandon didn't expect that to happen.
Yes, that's true. I did not expect that to happen.
If the Jinx just moved a little bit closer and popped that heal, you could have kept them alive. But they say ADC players. Am I right?
Yeah.
Using a summoner spell to save a teammate.
That's some feels
CSing
bad, man.
The whole game, classic. I think it was the Darius passive actually broke here. Yeah. There's no ignite actually even on the red side.
All right, well that's an inhibitor down, and we're looking at a 9,000 gold lead. Wow, this game is unhinged very, very quickly. Once again, this happened last game too. They got to about 20 minutes, and then game just took off, and it's happening roughly exactly the same. Props to the jungler on the red team, Nick Sarah. She's doing a great job in the jungle, but she's also picking exactly where her team wants to engage. I'm actually not exactly positive who's doing the shot calling on the red team, but whoever is, very well done.
Yeah, for sure. And the big problem here for the blue side is that as we get into the late game, this Darius, no one can really match the Darius in the side lane. The Renekton's just outscaled super, super hard normally, yet alone when Darius has this big of a gold lead. I mean, this Darius is over almost 4,000 gold up on the Renekton. That's like an item and a half. It's very challenging for the Renekton to answer.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream if you're just joining in. This is a streamer war. It's a 5v5. Everybody playing is a streamer, and they're all live right now. If you want to ask about one of the streamers playing, feel free to ask in chat. My mods have a command that'll give you the link of the person who's joining in. Feel free to ask any questions. Welcome. Thank you also for all the followers. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a good time. Feel free to jump into any of the other channels and say hello.
And it looked like the red side was backing off there, but I don't even think they need to.
Uh-oh, Elastic Slingshot goes in. Dat Owl, he's able to smite the dragon. Does an amazing steal. Tychus and Dat Owl are frontlining like none other. Not a lot of damage. Oh, now Final Spark catches on to 2 of them. Oh, Dat Owl barely. Nope, he's down. Oh, wow. What is even going on? Kaylee is able to get a double kill. Is she able to stay alive, though? Tychus, oh, he goes down to the Noxian Guillotine. And Hakuna Matata, he's able to Zonia's the Guillotine, but that doesn't matter. He goes down anyways. That is a 3 for 5 once again, and a clean ace.
This Darius is just dribbling around, dunking on everyone. There's not too much the blue side can do in this game. This Darius is popping off.
Yeah, he had a couple of apprehends in that fight that kind of turned it, actually. So at one point, Tychus Reaper could have gotten onto their backline Sivir, and the apprehend just kept her alive for a couple more seconds to put in some key damage.
And I think this will be close.
This is it.
The blue team should be able to save.
14 to 20. Shaeman and Ryuki. 29-minute game. I don't think Shaeman's going to be able to finish it. I don't think this game is over just yet. Oh! Great light binding right there from Ryuki.
Binding light.
Killed mid-dunk. He took off from the free throw line, had his hand back in the air, and the bullet came through and took him down. That was tragic.
Very well done from blue team, keeping the game just barely afloat. That Nexus got low, but it did not go down. Thank you for the follow, Paranoid TV. Is there anything the blue team can do to come back from this? What do you guys think?
It'll be tough. I mean, the Darius, they're just not going to have an answer. I mean, late game, the Renekton is not going to be able to answer Darius at this point. He's just way too far behind. Their best bet is actually very similar to last game. If they can get a Zac Elastic Slingshot into Zyra ult, into Xerath damage kind of combo and blow up all the backline in one move of the red side, maybe. but I'm not optimistic.
But at this point, it's not even just blowing up the back line. They have to kill that Darius as well. With the Darius staying up, he just does too much damage by himself.
Yeah, and you need to win 2 or 3 of those fights. The red side's gonna take a free Baron now, but you got to win 2 or 3 of those fights because at this stage in the game, the Darius will kill 2 of your members for even if you manage to kill their whole backline, as you're saying. And
Yeah.
so they need to win 3 of those fights basically before they get to a stage where the Darius can't just delete whoever he wants.
And he still might be able to delete whoever he wants if he gets on the back line at that point.
Yeah, this guy is the LeBron James of top laners right now.
All right, well, they're looking for... Oh, he has a Zonia's on Darius. Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, twitch.tv/Shaeman111 for the troll builds. I would recommend not following him for his articulate gameplay building, but he's a cool guy all the same.
Oh, the Zonias, the BM is real.
You gotta love it.
Are there enough Zonias in this game, you think, or what?
You know, I don't know, man. I think they needed one or two more, and then we'll be
I think we
probably
need at least 3
satisfied.
more Zonias in this game to put us at a nice round 7 Zonias.
Frankly, it would be really nice if everyone popped Zonias at the same time as like a little show of, similarity and togetherness.
I agree, especially if they were in a small circle together,
Right.
as if their fates had all been tempered at the same time.
Oh.
Definitely would agree there. It looks like they're looking around to close this game out. They have the Baron buff. They have the pressure they need to finish this.
And they're just keeping the waves pushing.
They are.
Zareth, you're in a dangerous spot there, my man. They won't capitalize.
They're pushing down the turret. They're pushing down the inhibitor. That inhibitor goes down very quickly. Blue team's just going to have to try to defend somehow.
Yeah,
Maybe go for a pick.
Unfortunately over. A far godlike fight here.
Elastic Slingshot goes back onto Lauren. Tiger Sweeper going in with that owl. Let's Bounce only grabs Lauren. She almost goes down. She pops her Zonias. Ryuki does not land a final spark to get any kills. Light Binding does take down the Renekton though. Shaeman is totally sticking to that Xerath. Goes down. Owl maybe going down as well. The Zonia is on the base. Flashes away, still alive. They're taking down the Nexus. 15-26, 33-minute game. GG to both teams. Well played all around. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Team Ball Fondlers who are walking away with a victory.
All to be renamed later, Fondlers, Brandon.
Yes, that's what I meant to say. I apologize. Team Ball, all to be renamed later, Fondlers.
And we're not giving out an MVP award here, but giving out an MVP award, that Darius performance is ridiculous.
Yep.
That was very well done. Props all the way around. That was hype.
And the Zonia's coming in clutch at the end, frankly. Kept him alive.
Most definitely. He was able to stay. He stayed on that fountain for just a split second and then was able to flash back. Ladies and gentlemen, the game's not over. We do have we have a winner of the best 2 of 3, but if all the streamers involved are still interested in going for one more game, we may have an ARAM that's about to be lined up right here.
Oh.
So I'm going to go ahead and create the lobby, and we'll see if we can coerce them in without asking them for further information. Just kidding. We did actually already ask them if they wanted to do one. Oh, I have a bugged client once again. I'm going to reset. I think the league